Hey beauties, it's Riri. Today's video is all about the brand new Ladybug Glow Grunge Resolution palette. This was in collaboration with Eyescream Beauty. That is the previous video if you want to go watch my Eyescream Beauty box unboxing. But I did want to come and do some swatches and do a look with you guys. This is a beautiful, more grunge leaning color story. We've got some grays, some purpley tones, like bluey tones, and then going into like a little bit more greens. I like the color story overall. I like that we have some softer blending out shades, we have some depth, and I like the ratio of the mattes to the shimmers. So we're gonna dive into some swatches and then we will do a look. Hopefully those swatches were helpful to you. All of the mattes feel nicely pigmented. They feel like a thinner, kind of more smooth formula, which I like. And I always kind of say that that lends itself to being a little bit more beginner friendly. Most of these shimmers have a little bit of flake to them, meaning like just a little bit of texture when you first pick them up. But then as soon as you smooth them out, you know, via the swatch or on the lid, they generally smooth out and have that beautiful kind of glass-like finish to them. I love the overall color story. And I actually had a couple of requests to do more of a like greeny purpley type of vibe look. So I think I'm gonna go with the navy, the beautiful kind of periwinkly purpley blue, and then maybe play with these, maybe do this on the lower lash line. We'll figure it out. Y'all know I never plan. But I do always try to come back and do requests and stuff like that for you guys. And if you do have any requests, drop them in the comments. So I think I'm gonna go light to dark today, question mark. So I'm gonna start with a fluffy brush. I'm gonna go right here into this beautiful lighter blue. And I like that I have something that I can blend the other shades out with. I don't really feel like maybe this could be light enough for inner corner. You use what you want to use, okay? But I like to have something a little bit more kind of light and bright for the inner corner, but we'll see what happens. Already that is very true to pan. It's actually a little bit more pigmented than I anticipated it being. Ooh, that's such a pretty shade of blue, y'all. And I like that you can literally you can go in with just these two, you can go in with just these two, or this with this, you can go in with this and this. Like I said, it lends itself to being very beginner friendly, even in the nature of like the color story itself. And I know that this is a relaunch for Ladybug Glow. I know that they kind of went out of business, so to speak, a little while back. So I'm happy to see them back. Hopefully this time around, you know, the universe does them well and they do okay. I feel like that she always had pretty consistent formulas and stuff like that. I have purchased from her before and also received some of her palettes in like subscription boxes and stuff. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Blending incredibly well. I think let me go into a little smaller brush. This is a Blend Bunny B5. I'm going to go into that beautiful kind of more periwinkle shade. This has a little bit of kick up in it. That doesn't bother me. I like to note it for you guys, but it does pick up beautifully on the brush. I'm going to start coming a little bit lower and kind of rock that into my crease. But because I do have hooded lids, I bring it up slightly above the crease. Again, very true to pan color, which is what I'm looking for. And in saying that, I am not somebody, which is why I mentioned the mattes feeling a little thinner, if you will. I want pigment. I want to be able to build up and add depth and stuff like that. I want to be able to layer. I don't want so much pigment right out the gate that it just kind of sticks in place and I am unable to, you know, manipulate it and blend it out and have those like soft gradient edges that I prefer. So I like that it's pigmented, it's true to pan color, but I'm also able to get that beautiful blend that I'm looking for. And then obviously working light to dark, I want to see like that natural gradient. I'm going to go back into that first shade. And I do this with every single look, every single palette. I like to kind of, again, build, blend, layer. Yeah, these are blending beautifully. I love this color. Like, I love this color. All right, I'm going to switch brushes again. I'm going to go into a slightly smaller brush now. I'm going to go into that deep navy. Again, substantial kick up. Whoa. Okay, that is quite pigmented. Holy crap. And I'm going to put that on the outer little portion here. Wow. That is crazy pigmented. I would say take a less is more approach. Oh my goodness. But again, in saying that, I'm able to diffuse the edges and blend it out with pretty much zero effort. So I'm liking the matte formula thus far. Wow, that packs a punch. I did get a little bit of fallout that is probably on me. I would normally say, especially if working with darker shades, to go in and do your eyes first. But I did just wrap up filming. Okay, yeah, that's beautiful. And I can very clearly see the gradient between, you know, those three shades. I'm gonna go in with an even smaller detail brush. Sorry if you hear my fur baby. And I'm gonna pop that right at the lash line. I was demoing a mascara, so, you know, normally I would not have mascara on. I think this would be absolutely stunning to use as like a liner as well, to do a shadow liner. Oh yeah. Ooh, pretty. That's beautiful, y'all. All right, and then on the lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with that beautiful green. I mean, I'm a fan of greens, always have been. And I'm going to keep that pretty close to start with. And then smoke it out just a little bit. Ooh, y'all. That is pretty already. There's not even a shimmer on my dang lid. All right, next up for shimmers, I'm going to go in, as I always do, with my Gourmande Girls little glitter glue here. I did pay for this myself, but I have an affiliated code with her. It is RIRI10 for 10% off. And the reason I love this is because it's very thin and very slippy, and it gives a little bit of grip, a little bit of hold, you know, some tack without being overtly sticky. It's not thick, it's not chunky, it's not clumpy or anything like that. I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness. And then for the shimmy shims, I'm gonna go in just with my pinky. Let me switch over to this finger. Going with my pinky here. And I'm a fan. Oh, that's pretty. I am a fan of just using my fingers. If you do have longer nails or you just don't like to apply with your fingers, I feel like you get the best bang for your buck. You know, you get the most level of pigmentation and stuff like that with the finger. But you can go in and use a brush. You can use a silicone applicator, whatever the case may be. That is so pretty and sparkly. And of course you will see the look up close. You will also see it with flash. I'm going into this shade now, which is, I love shades like these. It's like aquamarine green, but then it's got some silver and some sparkle. Okay, this was a beautiful combination. Holy crap. Y'all. I love this. Oh my gosh. Let me finish this eye off camera. I'll be right back. And that is my completed look with the Ladybug Glow Grunge Resolution palette. I like the color story overall. I like something a little bit lighter and brighter for the inner corner. That is personal preference. I did pop some of that lilac right here and on the brow bone, and it works just fine. I like that it lends itself to being very beginner friendly. You look at it and you automatically know, like, hey, those go together, those go together, those can go together, these can all go together. You can obviously interchange them. I think that the mattes performed beautifully. There's a really nice level of pigment. They're a little bit thinner, more smooth of a formula, which I think is very beginner friendly. They layered well. You'll see the up close, of course. They layered well. The gradient and stuff like that is, you know, is there, is apparent. They were very easy to work with. The shimmers, the couple that I used, absolutely freaking beautiful. Again, a little bit more piecey and a little bit more sparkly, but they do smooth out, as you guys could see. I'm thrilled. I absolutely love this. I think that it's super, super pretty. I think it's a really beautiful, great way to kind of relaunch the brand and kind of dip their toes back into the beauty spectrum. So I'm happy to have this. What do you guys think about the palette? Have you tried Ladybug Glow? Does this color story speak to you? Not so much? I'm curious. I'd like to know. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you did enjoy. You can also hype the video. You can turn on post notifications so you never miss any of my uploads. And there's a join button down below you can click to become a channel member for some exclusive perks. I love you all. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties!